Today I'm using the max traction build in 200cc. Recently made a video using the max handling build. I thought it would only be fitting to use the max traction build. And a lot of people probably don't realize exactly what traction does, which, by the way, if you guys are using the UK, or I believe basically any version that's not the North American version, it's actually called grip instead of traction if you're confused. And basically what this stat does is it affects how much you slide while you are drifting on what is called a slippery road. So you have tracks like ice tracks, like snow tracks, like this track, DK Summit, where the road, you've probably noticed, is a little bit slippery. It makes it hard to drift around corners. You always find yourself kind of sliding, and that's exactly what traction does. So when you have really high traction or max traction like I do, it will help you effectively turn corners a little bit easier. But keep in mind, this is actually only on slippery sections on these tracks. So not every track has a slippery section, and the tracks that do are not necessarily completely covered in the slippery section. This is very much like a niche stat, and I am just like flying all over the place. So on 200cc especially, I feel like it's even more not important, as it kind of takes away from a lot of the other stats, and you're probably sacrificing, you know, your other stats to effectively not get much in return. So this super niche, it only really applies to certain tracks in the game. And even with that, you know, especially on 200, when I've been trying to catch up in the videos so far in this race, I'm just not able to, because I can simply not control my combo. So it really doesn't help that much. It's kind of like last week's video with max handling, where it doesn't really matter if your handling's great, you know, if you simply can't stay on the track to make use of, you know, that handling. And the player in first is a little bit too far gone, but we will gladly take a second. Not a bad way to kick off the video. Wow, we're getting super lucky so far. There's actually another track where traction matters, as pretty much the whole entire track is the slippery road. You know, all the rainy spots. You guys probably noticed playing this track how difficult it is to turn around these corners because you're just sliding so much. Especially on 200cc, a lot of players will say this is the hardest track to drive on, and I am just struggling even with max traction. And if you guys didn't know, actually, I just used a shroom there, and whenever you have a mushroom boost or are in a star, you actually have max traction. Like, the traction stat does not matter at all, so that just makes basically traction completely useless for trying to bag, as most of the time you're going to be in a shroom or in a star most likely. You really don't need to worry about that. We get the shock dodge already, race number 2. That is crazy. And we'll see if we can come back. But even with max traction in my combo or in a star, it is still very difficult to catch up, as I find a lot of the time just on 200cc, the boosts do more harm than good. So bagging is really not that great, and especially like just simply falling behind is really hard to come back on a lot of tracks, as all the extra speed items you have, which, you know, in theory will help you catch up, actually do the opposite. And well, actually outran that red shell long enough for my star to, you know, go through its whole duration, and then the red shell finally hits me afterwards. That is crazy. But like I said, we have just been struggling in the pack, even with the shock dodge. With all these power items, I just simply cannot drive this track by going so quickly. Like, I have no coins. The speed boosts are just hurting me more than they're helping me. I'm going off the track. I'm just flying all over. We get another shock dodge. What is actually happening right now? But it really won't matter all too much, and we will secure the 4th place. What a crazy race. I actually don't think I've mentioned it yet, but this combo is Lakitu, Tanooki Kart, Hot Monster Tires, and the Waddle Wing. There are a couple of substitutions you can make for the exact same stats. You can use Koopa Troopa or Bowser Jr. For characters. For vehicles, you can use the Master Cycle Zero or the Koopa Clown. For tires, it's just the Monster Tires. And for the glider, there's like a handful. There's Super, Hylian, Kite, the Cloud, the Parachute, the Flower, and the Paper. So yeah, lots of variety for the gliders. The gliders, I think out of everything, probably affect stats the least, as they are kind of the most similar. So you can really experiment. I typically do prefer the Cloud Glider, but today we're rocking the Waddle Wing. And wait, you can trick off the top of the rocks? Actually, I had no idea you could do that. I knew you could trick, of course, off little waterfall sections. I've never actually landed on the rocks like that. And once again, you know, I was too worried on my commentary. We missed the startup boost, and then I flew off the track, and now we're in 6th place, just flying over, getting every golden in the world, apparently. But hopefully we can get something to dodge. This player has triple red, so we can just hit the tree and then miss the box. Although it might have done more harm than good. Wow, this player now has a piranha plant in front of me. Wait, can we actually outline them get ahead of it and not get chomped maybe. We can somehow miss the box again. Did they take the box? Did I go through the box? What just happened? They're going to hit the wall. This race is just another disastrous race where I just cannot seem to catch up. And surprisingly, those green shells didn't come back. We get yet another golden. So I guess my max traction is kind of useless this race as I just keep pulling goldens anyways. And we will take the 6th. Sunshine Airport, and to my knowledge this track actually doesn't have any slippery sections, so for the first time we really don't have that much of an advantage. If anything, we have more of a disadvantage. This combo is actually surprisingly very even in the stats. I think it's because the Tanooki Kart is one of the faster vehicles, Lakitu is one of the, you know, slower, lighter characters, so it kind of evens everything out. It actually surprisingly is a very well balanced vehicle. So we'll see what we can do with, let's not get red, let's just hold our mini turbo. We've been doing like very average the last couple of races, but I feel like I just get hit out early or fall off the track and just can never catch up after that. We're already falling a little bit behind, but not too far. Of course, when you get hit in 200, it really is that much more detrimental, so we're trying our best to not get hit. There's another piranha plant behind us, and we'll see what we can do. Let's see if we can just simply stay on the track, I think is the real thing, as I've been all over the place. That's great. We don't get hit by the blue shell. A nice pull with these mushrooms. We're getting bumped all over the place. I actually want to wait and chain up the set here. Hopefully get something good. And oh, we get the golden. I was really hoping for maybe some protection or like a shock or a shock dodge rather item. And maybe we can chain this again. We can. First is like outrunning the blue shell still. Okay, it looks like it's finally going to hit them. Okay, we get the star. This could be really good. I'm going to spam it right now. I feel like there might be a shock. It's like the back of the pack is really far behind. Maybe second can throw all those red shells at first too. All right, no shock dodge. We got lucky earlier. We did not get lucky. Yeah, there's the shock final. That's a nice ground shroom though. We can hop around this corner. Go for the single. Don't want to risk missing it. No, we only get a single banana. That's not going to help too much. I guess it will protect against this red shell. But wait, they get taken out. That player hits the wall. And we somehow get the 3rd. So not a bad race whatsoever. This is definitely an underrated, difficult 200cc track. I feel like the strats that you'd normally use on 150 are just simply not possible, for the most part at least, on 200, and we're already getting hit out, not off to a great start. I think that's kind of been the case where I either, you know, fall off the track or get hit out early, and that's kind of been the race. As this room's definitely not terrible. I noticed that what I was talking about earlier was you kind of want to like drift instead of trick off those ramps. And if you drift or if you trick, you're going to go flying either way. I'm really not sure how to actually approach this track still on 200. As I just am like hitting every wall, going flying. Somehow not in last though. But we do have 0 coins, which has definitely been a theme of the video. But I've mentioned this many times before. In 200, coins really aren't as important as, you know, you're already going fast enough. It's really just important to simply stay on the track and try to not get hit by items, as those two things are really difficult. And we get the shock dodge again. And then there's a second shock. Wow, that is super rare. The player, it looks like they dodged the shock with the shock in hand, and then there's a second one immediately after, so we could not get both. I will go for the double. Oh, that player just steals it from me. I slowed down for it, and they came perfectly in time to take it. We're actually not in a bad spot though here, being close to the front of the pack. But this track is more of a front-running track, so it's going to be hard to catch up to them. I think my driving's not bad. I'm going to have to watch out for these bananas coming back. Oh no, they actually threw them forward and hit the wall. They have more bananas too. That's a horn. They're going to get hit. Okay, we're actually not in a bad spot here. We're up all the way into 3rd. I'm making really good progress, but this corner's been really tough. First might just be too far though. Yeah, we get shrooms for this little shortcut at the end. But it looks like it will be a little bit too much. Wow, no, I hit the roof and we lose a spot for that. Wow, that is tragic. We take the 4th. There are actually a lot of world records that use the max traction, or at least a very high traction build. And you wouldn't be surprised to hear that they are basically all the tracks that have the most slippery road sections. Basically all the ice tracks like Rosalina's Ice World, DK Summit, Ice Outpost. And actually at the time that I'm recording this video, I'm not sure if that is the case for all of them. But I know last time I watched, there were quite a few ice tracks, you know, the dirt tracks like Calamari Desert, as well as Waluigi Stadium. That's both for 150 and 200 depending on the track, but it really does depend on a lot of other things. I am definitely no expert when it comes to the world record scene, but I think for the most part a lot of these tracks use high traction builds. And also, what was that? The momentum, the physics in this game is always so weird. I hit the last little corner of that wall and just went flying the complete opposite direction down the wall. I just lost so many spots for that. I'm probably going to lose the race, like not even have a chance at getting first because of that. That is just absolutely crazy. You know, depending on what happens here at the end, I'm going to use that star. Is there going to be a shock? We've gotten so many shock dodges so far already this race. And we could have a chance. Okay, no, we're not going to dodge if there is one now. But I will pass a couple players at least, and we will finish in 5th. I really tried my best to get another slippery road track. There's both Cheeseland and Bone Dry Dunes, which I feel like Cheeseland's an underrated hard track to drive on, just because it is such a big bagging track that most players don't even, you know, practice the track, don't even think about it. But it is actually pretty hard to navigate, especially on 200 with how slippery the road is. So I was really hoping for that track. Of course, we end up on Piranha Plant Cove, which is a nice track, but not a track with a lot of sections. With the slippery road, I'm already off the track, as you guys saw, just flying all over the place. We'll see if we can do these shortcuts. I kind of have like a general idea of how to do the shortcuts. I just am not very good at them still, especially on 200. I have only practiced this track maybe like once or twice. We are keeping up though. This is a tougher track for sure. Hopefully we can, you know, not be too much disadvantage over the rest of the competition. Let's just throw all of these red shells forward. I think that red shell just passed me too. I almost land on that bill. We get another red shell. We lag trail someone, but they were in front of me, but then I get lag trailed. I don't even know what's going on. Just some typical Mario Kart lag. I was really hoping to get the double box there, but the momentum from the water was really tricky. Just simply could not get there in time. Let's just shroom up here though. We're gonna get hit. Can I still make the corner? I actually held onto my mini turbo the whole time. That was really weird. I didn't know I could even do that. And we get the shrooms. That player has the red shells, but we can somehow evade them. And I'm just gonna shroom up here. Try not to get billed. Wow, everyone is pulling bills, I feel like. Yeah, there's another bill behind me. Can I get a bullet bill? No, we get a blooper. We also get this star. Is there gonna be another shock here? Be amazing if there was. It looks like it is just not gonna happen though. But I will still secure another 5th place. Wild Woods. Let's try to get some wins here. I feel like I've been kind of stuck in the middle of the pack, getting a decent spot, but not a great spot. I actually just realized too, these two players have the same clan tag. I wonder if they're teaming to help each other win. It really doesn't matter for me so far, just because I've been not playing the greatest, not being able to win. Hopefully we don't see any shenanigans if I do make it up to a front spot, but that definitely could be the case. I've seen that before, where players will share a clan tag and just simply not hit each other with like any items at all. If they have a red shell to throw it backwards, kind of thing. We'll see, you know, what happens. I'm just unable to stay on the track. Like I said, we have the max traction anyways because we're in the star. I'm just flying all over the place. This is definitely not the best combo for 200. Like I said, it is pretty much in the middle stat-wise. But the hot monster tires are not great. And we get the crazy, yeah, we are really far behind then if I get a crazy 8 there as well. We have the bill in the pocket. Let's chain all of our invincibility. I actually want to wait and take the shortcut with this, as you actually can do it shroomless on 200. I'm going to activate the bill in the shortcut. Oh, wait, first got hit. Actually not in a bad spot now. This is going to last quite a long time. That was definitely a bill extension. Wow, I had no idea there's an extension there, but that lasted forever. And now we're in a really good spot. There's a red shell in first, though. We got to watch out for that. I wonder if that's coming back. And oh, there's a shock right after the set for me. That is really unfortunate. Maybe I could have pulled something to try to take out the competition. Am I going to grow in time? You know, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the shroomless cut. And I didn't grow in time. I just grew barely after I would have made that too. That is so sad. And we're going to lose so many spots for that and get the 9th. Hey, Daisy Circuit. Like I keep saying, we're going to try our best to get up to the front early on. Try to get up to 10 coins. Try not to get hit out is the main thing. But good for me, fortunately for me, I actually cannot get or cannot drive off the track. As far as I know, there's walls everywhere on this track. That is something, you know, that's going for us. We're going to get lag trailed anyways, even with 2 bananas, which is super unlucky. So already we're back in 9th place. Can we get this snipe on anybody? We cannot. I still remember I was playing on stream, actually was in a 1v1 on this track, and I got someone with a snipe in that exact spot and actually made them rage quit, which I don't think I've ever done that before. That was definitely a funny moment. Okay, let's chain up the set. Is there going to be a shock here? There's not. We get the piranha plant. Maybe I should have saved those shrooms. And we'll see what we can do. This will run out before the next set for sure. And I'm actually going to send all the fire back as well. Try to take out some players behind me. Here's the blooper. And we get another Firefly, but we get the Ghost. I almost hit myself there. But if you guys didn't know by now, the blueprint not only blocks your screen with the ink, but also, I believe, reduces your traction all the way down to 0. Even with, you know, a high traction build, regardless of your traction, you will get it reduced. It's a little bit better in this game than it was, but it's still not that great in the grand scheme of things. And okay, wait, we're actually in a good spot here. We get the shock dodge. That is perfect. And just like that, we're all the way up into first place. We have the shroom. I don't think there's going to be a blue. There's a red, but we have the protection and we get the first. It feels so good to say that. It finally happened. We have Cheeseland. I voted for it earlier. Didn't happen. But this time my dreams came true. I'm going to run, which is basically unthinkable on this track in any normal situation. This is 200cc. Running is super viable on every single track in the game, really. But even with the max traction build I have, I'm still flying all over the place. This is, like I said, one of the harder tracks to drive, even with the high traction. Yeah, that player fell off too. We're falling off. The shroomless, or rather the shortcut on the right there is actually shroomless on 200 and is a little bit faster, but I did not have good alignment rather to take it. But this is actually pretty good for us. We smuggled a couple shrooms all the way up into third here. We can use it on the shortcut. The blue is out. They're going to back out. And we passed them perfectly in time. Yeah, actually, they didn't even back out in time as the other player right there beside me actually didn't get hit either. And we're actually in a pretty good spot here. I can, like I said, take this first shortcut shroomless. Wait, that player fell off and actually didn't have enough time to get out my protection there. It's a little bit unlucky, as I was going to save the shroom, but then I realized they threw the red at me. We can go ahead and red that player. When we snipe this player, we can. And wait, where's first? Is there a ghost? Is that Yoshi on the map lagging? Okay, no, they were like, looks like they were stopped to bag there, but they're actually lagging. And then we're going to get started in the shortcut. I'm not really sure why I went through there. I guess it is a little bit faster if you do it properly, but that was maybe a mistake. Let's go for the double here. And I think the top couple spots are a little bit too far gone, but we have a chance to get a decent spot as long as I don't fall off the track here. And we're actually in a good spot because that star is going to last just through the shortcut. And use the shroom for this second shortcut. Go, 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 and we can get the third. So not too bad. Electrodrone for the next race. I think we lost a couple players, gained a couple different players. I noticed there's a player with like 5,000 points. We are once again, of course, playing in the 200cc tournament, which is the same tournament I was playing in last time I made a 200cc video. As there's really not a lot of reliable ways to play 200, unless you're making a friend room, essentially. There are a couple of these tournaments, but as far as like play online, I'm not really sure why. Like a lot of people would really like Nintendo to make a 200cc VR type mode for the next Mario Kart, either with regionals or with worldwides, or I mean, ideally both, of course, as there's really not a great, a lot of opportunity to play it, rather, as I think basically every single wave that has come out in this game, they've essentially nerfed the chance of 200, not only 200, but mirror mode to come up, and I actually didn't notice the blue shell until right now, so we cannot stop out in time. But we're not in a terrible spot. We're in third. We have 10 coins here. I should have held that shroom for the ending shortcut. I'm going to go ahead and super horn, but we miss. And then we get redded. I couldn't get my protection out in time. Just did not have enough time. We're down into fifth, just like that. First and second are gone a little bit. I'm just going to hold on to my protection this time in case there's another red shell or something. That's a banana. I thought I could avoid it, but this is 200. You just have a little bit less time to react. Ready to get redded again as soon as I throw my red shell there. There's so many red shells at the perfect time for me to get hit. Basically no time to react, no time to get my item. We don't get the shock dodge there. We need something really good here. Yeah, I'm just going to bill right away. We get the shock dodge. Wow, that was definitely the right play then. This build is going to last a little bit longer. And can we pass anyone else? No, the build is going to give me like a really bad drop off, so I can't take the shortcut, but we will get the third. We have another slippery road track, Calamari Desert. All these sections, except for I believe the train track section on this map, are basically the slippery road. But we will be at a big advantage for the most part. I'm actually going to try to front run since this is 200. And like I said earlier, how, being in a mushroom basically negates that traction. And wait, how do they avoid? What is happening? Who did I even hit with that green shell? I'm so confused right now. We are just playing some 200cc with all this Nintendo lag, and things are just super unpredictable already. I guess I missed that box. I'm gonna go for the double here, see if we can double red them out, as I was trying to earlier. It did not quite happen. I'm gonna go ahead and super horn. Wait, did I get them there with that? I don't know if I did. I think I just barely did in time, which is super unfortunate because we're just going to get blue shelled immediately after. And we're going to throw that. What did that red shell break on? The reds are just seemingly breaking on nothing right now. And oh no, the train's coming. I can't get the double box. I can get the single box. So we get a single shroom too, which is nice. But we're going to immediately get planted. And then I'm going to get planted again because they're so slow. We took the shortcut and caught up to them instantly. And they're just struggling along there, it looks like. And then we're going to miss the box. That player's going to take it. Yeah, basically just getting Mario Kart at this race. And we're going to probably finish in 7th, it looks like. Yeah, that is going to be the race. There's a late shock. I don't think it's going to matter. And we get the 7th. Yet again, we are playing on a slippery road track. At least, except for this, like, beginning part, most of this track is the ice. So we will have a big advantage over the competition. But unfortunately, this is one of those rooms where the lag makes it very unpredictable. And you don't really know what's going to happen. You know, you guys saw my red shells just like instantly hit nothing and cracked last race. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that too much more. It's kind of hard to say what's going to happen. We're going to miss the box there and get bumped, hit the wall a little bit. Hopefully we can get a better position. Maybe things will go our way this time. No, already we're getting fired. There's a banana barrage behind us. And we're down back in 7th place just like that. But we'll see what's happening here. Okay, we get the star. That's pretty good. The pack is really close at least here. A couple players get taken out. Just like that, we're up into 3rd on like one corner. Can we stay up top here? No, I'm going to hit the wall and just barely fall down low there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to spam everything. Use my mushroom to get back up to speed there. Get the double. Wait, that player just randomly stopped there. What is happening? Did they DC? Actually, I don't want to pass this player because they do have the red shell. Yeah, it is super laggy. I don't even know what the players are doing half the time. They're just like stopping and then they're continuing. But we're going to see what we can do here. We get the coin. I guess we are in 1st with that box. Just like that, I passed the whole lobby in a couple corners. Did not really take much to my surprise. Let's use that coin, try to get some more coins here. And I'm just going to drive in a straight line. We're going to try to back that player, but we missed and they have the red shell, which I did not see. We do have the iframes for that 2nd red shell. But yeah, we're not going to be able to take them out probably here. And hopefully I can still secure the 2nd at least. Yeah, looks like I will be able to. But definitely an improvement over that last race. Super Bell Subway for the next race. Let's see how we can do. Maybe get a couple more 1st place finishes. I've been getting lots of middle spots. That's pretty much it. Basically, throughout the duration of this video, I'm going to get lag trailed already, so not off to a good start. I think that's kind of been the common theme whenever I've played 200, not just in today's video. But unless you can like get out to an early lead by starting in 1st and staying in 1st, then it is definitely a struggle a lot of the time. And we'll see what we can do. We're already pulling a ton of shrooms in 3rd, just like that. We're going to watch out for the back banana. And oh no, they get stolen already. That did not take long. This player has the horn. That's a bomb. And we're going to get red shelled maybe. Yeah, we get the plant. No way I'm avoiding the red shell. That is super unlucky. And maybe we can chain at this set though. Actually, we barely can. I didn't throw my red in time. I don't think I could have actually. And we're at least keeping up. We're in 4th. We'll just throw all of our red shells forward. Maybe hit that player. And it looks like they had protection. We get some more red shells. We're still unable to hit them. I assume I just pulled mushrooms there. So I went through the shortcut, but that actually wasn't too bad. But I actually think I might have smart bounced them there. And did I get them there or is it lagging? I have no idea. I know the banana's in the way. I was trying to snipe it with my boomerang. And I think 1st is far enough gone where I'm basically unable to catch up at this point. We get the double. Is it gonna matter though? I'm spamming everything. I'm hitting every single wall. Unless there's like a super late shock here, it's probably not gonna matter. And yeah, it looks like it will not. That player has the star, just goes through all of my green shells, and we will get the 5th. Up Mall for the next race. Still trying to get back into 1st. Maybe we need a lucky shock dodge or something. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens with the shroom. We get the 2nd place coin. But we are in 1st for the time being. And my lines are crazy. We're keeping up on the track. We're not flying too far. And we get double protection already. Wow, that is really good. Let's just stay down low and hold on to our items, I think is the best play. As when you're in 1st, you know, you basically either want to try to get double protection or 2 red shells behind you, or you want to keep chaining to try to get a super horn for the blue shell. And whichever one I get 1st, I normally do like to hold on to that. Just because it's unlikely to get a better pull. Like the only other better pull would maybe be a super horn for the blue shell. I feel like double reds are just as likely, if not more likely. Okay, no, actually, I'm wrong. The blue is out. I will go ahead and chain as I have one more chance here to try to get a horn. Okay, we get the bomb, and we get hit. Was that my green? I thought I threw my green backwards. I'm actually not sure. And I can go ahead and bomb. Oh, we're actually going to miss everybody. And then, okay, there's the red shell. Oh, no, I actually used my coin too early. I'm just struggling right now, as you don't want to use your coin until after the set because you are likely to pull another coin like I just did right there. But everything just came crashing down there. We're going to see if we can still get the first. We're definitely, you know, in contention here. We get the snipe on that player. We cannot. And I might actually snipe myself here. Go ahead and use the super horn. We get the red shell to dodge the red shell. We can use the shrooms. I'm going to run right into that car. And just like that, we're going to get the fourth. But one final race here on Twisted Mansion. I actually forgot the name of the track for a second. I feel like I never played this track. I went through a phase where I never played it, and then I was playing it way too much. And now I'm back to basically never playing it again. And I'm already messing up. We're in 5th. Let's just get the double box there. And use these shrooms to catch up and see what we can do. As I've been, like I said, basically having a lot of mixed results. Getting lucky, but overall just, you know, 200cc is simply very challenging, especially with an off-meta combo like this one. So I've been, you know, taking what I can get, trying to do my best. Getting a little bit of luck on the way, but as always, it feels a lot worse when you are playing 200 when you get hit because, you know, it affects your race that much more. And I feel like that's been happening a lot. Okay, we get lag trailed there. I was going to get double redded. And just like that, the blue is out. That player's going to get hit. Let's shroom up. I think we have a chance this race, you know, with that blue shell coming out as soon as it hits that player. I know there's another red shell coming for me. Okay, we get the protection, which is nice. Let's go ahead and red that player, but we get redded. We get like triple redded ourselves. And just like that, we're still in 3rd. Let's use the shroom here, take the shortcut. And yeah, we're still basically in the same spot there as I got triple reds. Just to get triple redded, we can go ahead and back that player. Did we hit another player with that? I'm not sure if we did or not. Let's just back that one too. Oh, that player's a star. That's not really going to do much. Oh no, why did I spam that green? Am I going to hit myself here? We're not, but we're going to get starred. But that player's going to hit the wall. Can we snipe them here? We hit their protection, but we could not get them. And I think I'm going to play for the double here. Okay, they lag through it. We get the triple mushrooms. I'm like hopping around this corner. Oh no, I'm going to have to use it. Okay, it didn't really matter as there's another shock. A lot of shocks in today's video, and I'm going to fall down to the 6th place. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.